Hey, this is going to be a Yu-Gi-Oh video. You'll probably read from the title, it's going to be about Salamangreat. If you've seen my other video on the cheaper free-to-play version, I'll put it side by side if you haven't, and you might be able to spot the difference. One of the most important hand traps you can run in this is Ash Blossom, simply because Ash Blossom is a fire monster, which means that when you go into your Link 2, Sunlight Wolf, you can just add back the Ash Blossom from your graveyard to your hand. The reason we run a lot of hand traps like Maxx and Nibiru is because the Salamangreat structure that comes with this great card called Flame Bufferlo, or something like that. And the reason we don't run it in the free-to-play variant is because this card is only good because you draw 2 cards. Those 2 cards can be hand traps. Now, in the free-to-play variant, we don't run much hand traps, so you're going to be drawing 2 cards, and it's not going to be as good because they're not hand traps. In this expensive variant, we're only running 1 mirror, so we're not running the mole dude, unlike in the cheaper variant. We have 1 Foxy. Now, Foxy is pretty good. You might be considering like, hey, why not 3 Foxy, 2 Foxy? Mainly because Foxy's normal summon effect, where you can look at the top 3 cards of your deck, not really that good when you don't run that many Salamangreat cards. Yeah, you do have some Salamangreat cards in your deck, but since we're running hand traps and like other stuff that's not really Salamangreat, it's kind of like you don't need Foxy's effect. It might miss, and if it misses, you're gonna feel bad. It's good to have just 1 because it has a great graveyard effect where it can come back. But I think that's about it. 2 Gazelle, just because it's super necessary. We have Spinny. I like Spinny. I think Spinny's great. Lady Debug is pretty good. Lady Debug can add any of your monsters. It's a good starter. It goes into a Balinks. The best targets to add to your hand, in my opinion, are probably like Meer or Gazelle, so you can just get your plays going. We still have 1 Falco, 1 Jack. Now we only have 1 Fowl. The reason is Fowl is good because you can special summon from the hand, but now we have like stronger turn 1 plays. Like we can just like summon one of these dudes or Buffalo and just like get our plays going. We can like make a Link 1, Link 2, which doesn't seem that impressive, but when you consider that Slash Mage is an extremely easy to make Link 2 in this deck, which immediately can go into Heatleo. Yeah, you're kind of sitting pretty. I mean, Heatleo draws you 1 card and you can draw 1 card during your opponent's turn. And when you draw cards, you're hoping to draw Maxx, Ash Blossom, any hand trap. If you want to run more hand traps, we'll go run more hand traps. You want to draw those hand traps. They're going to be so good. Besides that, we have 3 Nibiru. If your opponent tries to like summon a bunch of monsters, which a lot of modern day decks do, Nibiru, get rid of everything. They get a big token. Not a big deal. Don't worry about it. 3 Cynet Mining because it's Searcher. Only 1 field spell. You can run 2 field spell or 1. I wouldn't recommend 3. I would only run 2 if you're afraid of your field spell getting destroyed or your opponent like banishing it. Because if it gets banished, you're kind of like screwed. You're not getting it back. But if it gets destroyed, you can always get it back from your graveyard. And 3, Will the Salamangreat. Now, I was looking at other Salamangreat builds because I wanted to make my deck the best one out there. And the thing I noticed is that some people say, Will of the Salamangreat is not that good. You read its effect? Special summon 1 Salamangreat from your hand or graveyard, which means that you can use it turn 1 if you have nothing in your graveyard to special summon from your hand, or you can use it late game, special summon Salamangreats from your graveyard. You can bring back one of your big boss Salamangreat monsters, Pyro Phoenix, or whatever his name is. You can bring him back from the graveyard. Like, he's actually a big threat. This is a really good card. It's genuinely good. I would run 3, maybe 2 if you don't want to run 3, but 1 is just too little. It's literally like Monster Reborn every single turn. It's really powerful. Call by the Grave is just a good, it's not like a hand trap, but it does kind of do the same exact thing. You can negate hand traps with it, or most hand traps I should say. Also, you can just get rid of an opponent's monster in their graveyard. There's a lot of utility with this card. It's very powerful. 3 of the Searcher, Salamangreat Circle, extremely good because, I mean, you can add it back from your graveyard. It's just probably one of the better spells in the deck. 1 Forbidden Droplets, because I like Forbidden Droplets. I think it's good having a deck. It's like a board break. Yeah, I think that's about it for the spells. And looking at the trap lineup, you might be thinking like, oh, you really cut down on the traps. Why are you running Rage? Why not just like 1 Roar or something like that? Maybe somebody might be thinking that. The reason we're running Rage is because Rage is removal. Removal is just really good in Yu-Gi-Oh, where you're able to disrupt your opponent, destroy their cards. They can't really like do much about it. And during their end phase, you can also just flip this up, destroy their set spell or traps. It's powerful. You should at least run 1 because you can add it back from your graveyard using Wolf. You can send it to your graveyard using the Gazelle, the deer dude. And yeah, the Omni Negate's also very good, except it's a little better because if it's in your graveyard and you control a link, you can just like set it back again. And it negates everything. It's like Solemn Judgment, except it's really searchable. It's really easy to get on your field. It's a good card. And we're only running 1/1 each, because by the time you activate either one, you should have already won the duel. You'll have extreme control with your hand traps. You're going to be able to make Heat Soul, which is actually pretty good to make here because you want to be drawing your hand traps to protect yourself. Or you're going to go Fire Phoenix, destroy all their cards, clear their board out, and you just go for game. Now, looking at the extra deck, it's very similar to the free-to-play build. The only new additions, I would say, are Axis Code Talker and Borland. Now, when I mentioned in the free-to-play, I said you need a boss. You still need a boss. Axis Code Talker is a really good boss monster because it allows you to pop cards your opponent controls. Also, it gets really, really big. It can get over a lot of issues. Borland is a little different. I added it here because it's really, really easy to bring him out. And when I say that, I'm not kidding. Like, literally, you have a monster reborn that can special summon links from your graveyard. Links. So you can easily go into a Link 5. And this guy, like, let me just read the first part of his effect. If you've never heard about him. Cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. Also, neither player can target this card with monster effects. Double check. This card can attack all monsters your opponent controls each once. Triple check. Has a fourth effect, but it's not going to be coming up. The fourth effect is you can like negate a monster effect on the field and special summon a rocket graveyard. Really good. It's quick play and like seriously, really, really good effect. Only problem is we don't run rocket, so that effect's not going to be live. You're pretty much running it because it can be destroyed by battle, card effects, can be targeted, and it can attack everything, and it has 3,500 attack. Yeah, that is the deck. Let's jump into some replays and see how it goes. So when I make my videos, I want to make the best videos possible and show really good examples for you guys, so consider subscribing if you're not. I also want to just show you these two replays real quick. They're kind of funny. I'm playing against Tri-Brigade. I activate Maxx. He's going to chain with Called by the Grave to negate my Maxx. So now he can like do anything. I don't really have any disrupts on his turn. I do have a Forbidden Droplet, so if he makes a really big board, I can negate at least like 1, 2, or 3 monsters. But besides that, I'm thinking, okay, Falco, Will of Salamangreat and Cynet Mining, I can do something. I can search if he doesn't negate, I can special summon, I can get a field established, and I might be able to maybe come back. He is playing, it's like Tri-Brigade, but it's not really Tri-Brigade, it's like Tri-Brigade Albaz. Never really seen that before, I'm going to be quite honest. It's interesting because I know Tri-Brigade, like, let me pause right here. I know Tri-Brigade has this like Albaz card. So it's an interesting concept. I don't know how well it is. He ends on 1 set spell or trap and a monster which can be activated during my turn and vanishes. You've probably seen it. It's super like meta defining, probably one of your best decks. And this is what I do. So the reason I activate Cynet Mining first rather than just do droplets right away is because droplets can send my Cynet Mining. Yes, it's a spell. No, it doesn't negate it when it's sent to the graveyard. And it counts as like a cost for this card. Like droplets, it's kind of crazy like that. You can activate spells and then you can chain droplet and send those spells. What I do, so I don't take a neg, I don't lose anything from my hand, and I negate his monster. He activates his monster, banishes his monster, and then I think he just realized like, oh, I didn't mean to do that. So he scoops. And I'm like, okay. Alright, hopefully the next duel is a little better. And here we are in the next duel. My opening hand is good again. I have Nibiru just in case he like pops off. Oh, I'm going first this time. Circle's gonna be awesome. Surrenders. I'm like, okay, maybe he just doesn't like salad. Well, next duel's gonna be good, right? And because I want to make the best content for you guys, there is going to be misplays. I didn't edit it out. I didn't try to get a perfect game going. No, there's going to be misplays. I make misplays, and I want to talk to you guys about it so that we can both learn from it, or maybe whatever. It doesn't matter. Anyways, I'm going to normal summon Buffalo. Buffalo is going to go into the link 1. When Buffalo is sent to the graveyard, I can pitch a card from my hand. That's a side reverse and draw 2. I think the best card right now is Spinny, because if Spinny's sent to the graveyard, Gazelle's going to be live in my hand. And whoa, I drew pretty good there. Maxx, Fowl, and I have a Sanctuary from the link 1. Gazelle's going to be able to send any Salamangreat from my deck to my hand. Also, Fowl's going to trigger because I special summon something. I do like Fowl a lot. You could probably run more because it is genuinely a good card. But I don't know. I think I like it at 1. I'm going to send Jaguar. Jaguar has the effect where if a link arrow is like pointing down on my side, or a link arrow is pointing in any direction on my side, I could just special summon Jaguar to the thing, shuffling a monster in my graveyard. I'll shuffle Fowl back into my deck. Unlike Wolf has the effect where I can add a monster from my graveyard to my hand. I'm gonna add Flame Bufferlo Man back to my hand. Now we have a lot of things going on here. Sunlight Wolf is gonna link off on top of himself to bring out another one. The reason is now he has the effect where I can add a Salamangreat Spinny Trap from my graveyard. So I'm gonna add back Circle. A lot of hand advantage. Maxx, Ash Blossom, Flame Bufferlo for next turn. Lady Debug if we need it, and a Circle. XYZ in defense. The real reason we did in defense is because 2000 attack isn't a lot of attack to have in attack position. Let me pause because I'm doing a lot of like weird stuff here. And if my opponent activates Lightning Storm, which destroys all attack position monsters, it's better to have this guy in defense to protect. Also, if he brings out like a really big board and he tries to kill us, this can like block one attack unless he can like get rid of it another way. So I think it's better to bring it out in defense, even though it has a lower defense. And we made Splash Mage here. Now, I thought in my head, I'm like, Splash Mage, really cool. We can extend. We bring out this dude, special summon a Side Reverse from our graveyard. No, it doesn't work like that. I wasn't able to special summon something from my graveyard. I don't really understand why. It didn't let me. So I was like, okay, well, a little weird. I can still do my plays. I want to end on something big because I want to be able to like survive just in case my opponent's playing like OTK, Exodia, some Ojama, like something crazy that just kills me in one turn. I want to survive. So what do I bring out? Borderland Dragon. Yeah. 5 Borderland Dragon. He didn't do anything. Just get kaiju'd. And yeah, he's playing Dogmatica. Dogmatica is pretty good. I could have Maxx'd at the start of my turn if I knew he was gonna play something, which would have been smart because like I had a big board. I could have probably killed him next turn had I Maxx'd. Like I'm kind of like, do something. If you don't do anything, you die next turn. I didn't. Misplay on my part. I'm gonna Ash Blossom Dogmatica. I don't want to add any of the Dogmatica cards. They're very powerful. I think this was a good decision. And he is gonna enter battle phase, try to attack my XYZ. My Link in my graveyard, extremely powerful by the way, vanishes. It says, nah, my monster doesn't die. He's gonna set 3 Spell Traps. Now, in Dogmatica, Spell Traps could be the Dogmatica Trap, which is like pretty much any of my monsters just dies. Or like he could be playing like Solemn cards. I don't know what he's playing. So I'm a little afraid of that background. It could be something big. So first things first, I'm going to activate the XYZ. Misplay. What I should have did was activated Circle first and then the XYZ. So that I could have searched out with Circle, Gazelle, and then detach for the XYZ and then special summon Gazelle from my hand. So I was thinking like, oh, maybe I might still be able to do it. I'm going to activate Circle now. I'm going to search out Gazelle. Since the Salamangreat was sent to the graveyard, maybe I'll get a special summon Gazelle for free. No, it didn't let me. Also, my XYZ is going to get negated. This column, I can't use any spell traps in this column or else they're going to get negated. I'm just going to normal summon Buffalo. Right now, I'm just trying to figure out ways that I can get Gazelle on the field because Gazelle's really important. We're going to go into the Link 1. Very good to have in the graveyard. Buffalo is going to trigger. We're going to discard Lady Debug, draw 2. The draws they're not bad. I mean, but they don't really like do much right now. Sunlight Wolf, pretty good effect, but we're not going to be able to link on top of it. Now, here's where I misplayed. We're going to be able to special summon Gazelle. I was mentioning, I want to do that. But I special summon Gazelle right under Sunlight Wolf. Now, the reason I'm going to say this is a misplay is because I think we have Jaguar in our graveyard. Okay? Where is he? Yeah, he's right here. Now, had I special summon Gazelle, like right here where my mouse is, and not under the dune, I could have just special summoned Jaguar right there and I would have had an extra free monster. So yeah, I made a misplay. I'm 1 monster down of what I could have been, but I mean, we're gonna be okay. This deck's OP. Add back Ash Blossom from the graveyard so we have extra negates during his turn. And we're gonna send, I believe the trap was Gazelle. So now if we link on top of a link, we're gonna be able to add back the trap. Not only that, we're able to add back the spell because we sent the Falco from our hand. And we're going to bring out Pyro Phoenix. Now, Pyro Phoenix here is really important because we want to destroy all of his cards that he has. He's like, nah, I'm going to stop that. And I'm like, yeah, you kind of forgot about the link in my graveyard. Banish it, my monster doesn't die, link on top, you're going to lose your cards anyway. Sorry about that. Yeah, we're pretty chilling. We have Maxx, Ash Blossom, we have a spell, and I believe we're going to be able to get back the Omni Negate Trap, which negates everything. Now, I'm not sure if it was this duel, or yeah, it was this duel. So I'm gonna special summon Jaguar under Phoenix. Now this is really important. Spinny has a hand effect, and his hand effect says you control Salamangreat, discard one of any one of your monsters gains 500 attack. Now I was like, should I do the math? Nah, I'll be fine. If I need more damage, I'll just drop Spinny during the battle phase. Thing I didn't know is Spinny can't be activated during the battle phase. You can't discard it during the battle phase. It has to be in the main phase. So, as you'll see, attack once, attack twice, attack 3 times, and he lives with 200 life points. Should have dropped Spinny, but it's okay. We're getting more footage and I'm going to show you what else this deck can do. Maxx at the start. I remember this time. As soon as you draw, Maxx. I don't want any funny shenanigans. If you're doing anything, I'm drawing from it. Main phase 1, activate the spell. Ash Blossom we added from the graveyard. Negate. So, sorry. No, you got 2 cards. Let's see what you can do. And he has the Dogmatica because we bounce it with the XYZ. He's going to try to special summon. Misplay. On my part, misplay big time. Now, we drop the Maxx, and Maxx is whenever our opponent special summons, we draw a card. He's going to try to special summon. I negated the special summon. What I should have did was let the special summon go through, and then if he activates the effect, I negate that and destroy it. So I get 1+ card. So, this play, I'm down 1 card. But it shouldn't matter, right? He has 200 life points. And we're chilling. What can that last card be? It's not like it can destroy its Dark Hole. Yeah, so all the monsters are gone, but it doesn't matter because we have Circle. He doesn't know what monster we have in our hand, but Circle searches out a monster and he scoops. Now, something really cool I want to show you guys is, let's check out his deck. You know that guy I just dueled, you know, the one who's using the Dogmatica? This is his deck list. Notice anything strange? 80% of the deck is really high rarity. He has 2 prismatic dark holes. He has a prismatic golden sword. He has a prismatic albaz. He has a prismatic mirror force. Is this guy a cheater? What is he? Either he's extremely rich and he's just opening up packs to get them super shiny, or he's cheating. I don't know. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing. Also, like the video, shows a lot of love and support. And let me know what you guys want to see next. See you guys later. Peace. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, feel free to subscribe. You can check out all the new content I'm going to be making. But besides that, hope you have a great day. See ya.
Hello, how are you? I am under the water. Please help me. Here too much raining.